Alright, we're back with more 1v1 games from the anniversary patch. And we've now gone to Four Lakes against Sula Rumber. He plays as Khmer, and I'm Portuguese. Go, go, go! Oh, what a beautiful intro music these Portuguese have. Alright, I didn't want to interrupt that fine song. We are looking at a normal Four Lakes build here, I believe. With lots of people on wood, yep. Pushing in some deer to get a stronger... Oh no. My dock villager got sniped. That's not good. Doesn't bode well for this game. And she gets killed. Oh no, yeah. I'm not continuing that game. That's for sure. Yeah. I don't like to play from behind. And behind 200 score after 7 minutes? No thanks. That was a quick one. At least we got a nice song out of it. Or tune. Not much to say about that. You saw what happened. Of course, this is a situation where the timeline does not really tell the story. That's the story. He has one villager more. Actually, only have one villager more, even if I lost two. They must have slacked a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, I probably could have won that game, maybe. His score was probably mostly from scouting because he took a scout all the way over to my base and I was pushing deer with mine. So it's not like I couldn't have won, but that was just a tilt quit for sure. I don't want to play when I'm tilted. I'm not playing for money, so if I want to go off and beat the wall and take some push-ups instead of playing because I'm tilted, I'm doing that instead. I'm actually playing him again. So I didn't walk off and beat the wall. I just hopped down the ladder again to find another game. Chinese versus Mongols on Mongolia. You would think he's on home court here. We'll see if the Mongols can do well on Mongolia. The going joke is that they're actually not very good on Mongolia. Reason being, of course, the Mongolians want to do damage fast. They want to go with their fast scout, use their fast hunting to go scouts. And Mongolia is so closed off. It's like hard not to wall your base. There's not much. I think his base might be slightly more open, but like it doesn't matter, right? It's always extremely easy to wall Mongolia. And yeah, the Mongolians don't like that because they want to be aggressive. They want to get into your base with scout cavalry. And that's hard when you can put down 15 pieces of palisade wall and then you wall your entire base. He's trying to keep it open here. He knows what he wants to do, but I'm being kind of sneaky and putting a house down instead. Just letting that palisade wall piece go. So I do get the wall off. So at least I've fended off against that initial scare, the fast Mongolian scouts. He does put down a tower though, so He doesn't give up, but I get a pretty nice house wall up here, so it's going to take him a while to get through. Even though he gets through the palisade gate, there's still houses here. And I build my own tower, so that will stop this aggression dead in its tracks. He does have score lead, but that is partly because he has scouts on the map, probably, so it's partly because of scouting, partly because he has much more military. Say a villager, I'm actually one up on the military, or on the villager count, I mean. He definitely has military score in his favor, 8-1. So I only have my starting scout. I haven't built a single military unit. I'm just defending with houses and that one tower. He's getting through here, and I'm not doing anything to stop him. I probably should have built a market or something here. Maybe I couldn't because of the elevation. But anyway, he gets through, which is annoying because he gets into my wood line and does a lot of damage. I think my thinking was I'll get to Castle Age, so I'll get knights out and I can clear him out, which I did, but he did annoyingly much damage before I cleared him out. I do take score lead now, and that is alright, but he actually is 4 up with villagers. He has probably made more villagers. Yeah, he's going to Castle Age now, so I'm catching up again, because now he idles his town center. So we're pretty much even. Yeah, 34-34 when we're both in Castle Age. So we're even on villagers. I'm putting down second town center on the front, and I keep making knights. Well, not right now, but I have a knight force. I'm sending it forward to see if I can find any damage, but of course, he has also taken advantage of the fact that it's an easily walled map. This is really the only place I could have gotten in, because there are palisade walls here, but I didn't know, so. Up here, yes, also palisades, but there's a villager close by, so you can just house wall. And here he brings in camels. He knows he needs a counter to the knights that you've seen. I had a feeling that would happen, so I've started to make ranged units, but I don't have enough, and I just throw away all my knights. And again, I'm probably still a bit in a tilt mode, and I don't want to try to play this. He does have 3 town centers, actually. I'm about to build my 3rd, but I haven't really been able to keep up villager production. This game was just a little bit off. I don't think my form is very good here, so these 2 games that we've just seen, not the strongest from me. Zula definitely bested me there in 2 games in a row. For some reason I got military high, probably because I wiped out his army. Now why did I get largest army? Is that the only reason? I think it's better KD. I don't know, I think this is silly that I get the military score when he actually has better KD. I guess it's the largest army. These score values here are in general very misleading and super strange. Like the economy score as well. I mean, this is probably fair that he has the economy score, but the way this is calculated, economy score is 10% of all resources each player currently has or has paid in tribute, plus 20% of the resource value of surviving units and standing buildings. It's super random. Like, why is that economy score 20% of standing buildings? You can just build a gazillion barracks and you'll get the economy score. Like, why isn't it villager high and resources collected? And why isn't it all? Why just 10%? I guess that's just to make it a sensible number, but yeah, the 10% of all resources each player currently has or is paid in tribute, that makes sense. Well, I guess this is a way to I guess in a way it is your resources, because things, units and buildings is also what you've spent your resources on, and you get 20% of what's survive, or 20% of stuff you've built, because it's more valuable to build things than just sit with it in your stockpile. Okay, I get that. But the problem is that it's only surviving units. Like, that says something about your military strength, that you haven't been able to protect what you've built. Like, I would want that to be reflected in the military score. How much you've lost and won militarily. And the economy should tell me something about how my economy works. Not how much I've been able to produce minus what I've lost. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I think that's a weird way. Okay, rant over. Military, this makes much more sense to look at it like this, for sure. And here, I mean, this is the true story, right? How much you've collected. At least in my mind, this is the true story about the economy. And he has more of all the important stuff. So yeah, it makes sense that he has military. Or he has economy top score. He has more map explored. Research count is better. I actually have villager high, but that didn't help me much. And this timeline doesn't really say that much, except I lost stuff here. This was just as he broke in, where I hit Castle Age a bit too late, so the knights didn't come out and stop him from raiding me. He still raided me, and then he lost his army, which he was probably happy with that trade. So yeah, things were a little off that game. Not too good. That game as well. So we've seen two not so good games now. I play Goths against Celts on the next one. Turkey Bastard on Hideout. Let's see how that goes. On paper, I would say that I have a civ disadvantage because Wold Raiders, I think, should be a fairly good counter to what I can do with my infantry as Goth. They would have speed, so they can be wherever they need to be, plus they're, at least with upgrades and elites, they are pretty hefty infantry units, and they will definitely beat Huskarls. Maybe Goth champions can stand a chance, but the Celts get better upgrades, because the Celts get full blacksmith upgrades on their infantry. Goths do not. Quite an irony, with Goth being like the infantry civ par excellence, and they don't even get full upgrades on their infantry. They lack the last armor upgrade. Of course, they make up for it by producing faster than anyone can even imagine. It's quite sickening, actually, when you get perfusion and conscription and everything, and just pump out infantry, which, as far as I can remember, even though it's a while since this game was played, I believe that is what happens. I think you actually get to witness a true Goth flood in this game. But we'll see. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, we get the feudal age pretty much at the same time. 12 minutes. So these are fast castles from both of us. I get the resources there and go straight to castle. I think he does pretty much the same thing. Yeah, very even, actually. Let's pull this up. Okay, yeah, so I have 28 vills, he has 27, but still we're very close. So that's a 1-up for me. He's faster with the economy upgrades. I plain forget. As I click Castle Age, when it's just an unpressured fast castle, of course it's a smart idea to do the economy upgrades just after, or as fast as you have the resources after you clicked Castle Age. I forget about that, and I'm almost to Castle Age before I pick up double bit axe and horse color on that. His boom, I think, is also better than mine. He is on 3 town centers pretty much right away. Yeah, 3 town centers there. I actually stick to 2 for quite a while, because I'm a bit worried about yeah, I get a scout there. I'm quite worried about monk siege or pike siege push. I imagine that's what's going to come, because I imagine the Celt is going to be afraid of the Goth flood and wants to end the game early. That's at least what I would have done if I was Celt. So I make army to try to stem the tide that I'm expecting from the Celt here. But nothing really comes. He apparently has confidence in what he can do with the Celts in Imperial Age, because he's just aiming to boom and go imp. He booms like a champ. His whole base is farms. My base is nothing like that. I have more tempered farm production, and he actually has a lot more villagers. I have 80 or 79. He has almost 100. He's a much stronger economy. But I get a very strategically important castle here on that hill, and I also have more army, right? So, well, he has stuff in his barracks, so let's see. It's quite close actually. I have more, but nope, there we're even, and he's catching up. So now he actually has more, but I'm on my way to Imperial Age. And yep, here are the Woads. So I think that's a good choice from him to go Woads. His problem is just that he has been out-teched when it comes to Imperial Age. And I'm getting my conscription tech, and I'm expecting perfusion also comes out soon. Okay, Treb first. Ooh, he gets a good shot with a lot of mangonels. I do get a couple of the mangonels there, but I trade off all my cavalier. And this is kind of scary. It's a lot of infantry and siege here now. Problem is, I have perfusion at this point. So yeah, I take damage, but I also have the castle on the hill that I can defend with, and he has just now gotten to Imperial Age. And I realize I can't use Huskarls, but I can use Champion. And I produce so fast. This is Goth Flood. There's just no stopping it. He was too passive. Look at this. Like I said, it's quite sickening. If you don't take out the Goths before they get their barracks up and perfusion, you can just GG. There's nothing you can do against this. Listen to those production sounds. Ooh-ah, 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 ooh-ah. There's no end to it. Champions everywhere. And I get to Trebs out and just take down everything he has. I want to look at, yeah, largest army. And that happened in the span of like a minute. I went from nothing to 78. Maybe 2 minutes. So yeah, he chose the wrong strategy. He was too passive, and he let me, even though he had a much stronger economy. Let's look at the economy. More food, more wood, more stone. I have more gold, which probably helped to get out the champions, but champions are not that expensive on the gold. They cost 20 a pop, so it's not really gold that is the most pressing resource when I spam champions. It's more the food. But I guess I had enough food for champions, so it was fine. It's just a timing question. He should have used his economy to be faster to Imperial than he was. Get elite Woads maybe, I guess I think he should have done what I was afraid that he would do, to be aggressive in Castle Age. Actually, that's probably what he should have done. Use his powerful Castle Age options with the Pike and Siege, maybe some monks. Try to play it like in last episode we saw another Celt on that Golden Swamp map. Try a push in Castle Age. His problem was just that he was up against Khmer, which is a freaking overpowered civ in general, so that failed for him there. But I think a Celt against a Goth can do okay with a Castle Age push. Yeah, because he's way more eco. I pick up relics, which actually amounts to quite a lot of gold. So that's, yeah, I get all the relics. Which is partly explained by the fact that I'm really weary of what he's going to do. So I'm quite active on the scouting. I really want to see what's coming in Castle Age, and then, or Feudal Age, Castle Age. And that makes me find all the relics. So I also get all the relics, which is, of course, helping. But still, he has a much stronger economy. So. Yeah, it was a strange game. And he probably should have won. But you can't let the Goth get to the Flood. You're just signing your own death warrant. Alright. That was 3 games. So that was it for this episode. Next one will be Magyar versus, you gotta love the nick, Correctus as Vikings. See you later.